Hello, everybody. How are you? My dear son, my dear daughter. Here we are in lesson 9.6 divide whole numbers and unit fraction. Take care of this word, please. It is and, not by. That will give us a special meaning. I will mention for that at the warm up at the beginning of the session. We are in 9.6 in page 557. Today is 13th of February 2021. Let's start. We said we are going to divide a whole number and fraction. It means like that 3 divided 1 over 4. This is a whole number and fraction. Also, we said a whole number and fraction, it means also 1 over 4 divided 3. We said before it is not the same. But why, Mr. Walid, you want to mention for that? There is a difference between the word and the word by. If we said divide a whole number, divide a whole number by a fraction, we means this one specially. This one is incorrect because it is a fraction divided by a whole number. Okay? But the title of the lesson say and. It is no problem to find the question. Start with the fraction or start with the whole number because he said and. Anyway, we are going to use what? We are going to use the KCF method, if you remember. We mentioned in the previous lesson. Keep, change, flip. Every time I will use this method in dividing fractions, and whole numbers and so on. But don't forget our lesson today is about the word and not by. Okay, let's apply the way of KCF in those question and start your solution. K means keep, so you will keep this one as it is, 3. Change the sign from division to multiplication and change or flip the fraction up, down, down, up. Flip the fraction means to write the down up and the up down. Okay. So after that, multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Here is in invisible one not written. 4 by 3 equals 12. 1 by 1 equals 1. 12 over 1 means 12 divided 1. So it will give me 12. Why we said this one is completely different about this one? You will see now. Apply the KCF, keep the first as it is, change the sign of multiplication, and here is invisible one not written, flip the fraction 1 over 3. So it will be 1 by 1 equals 1, 3 by 4 equals 12, and the final answer here equal 1 over 12, not equal to 12. So they are the same in the both item, dividend and divisor. They are the same way of solution, KCF, but they have a different result. They have a different result. 12 not equal to 1 over 12. So I deduced something. I can use KCF in dividing a fraction by whole number or whole number dividing a fraction, okay? But put in your consideration that division is not commutative. So 3 divided 1 quarter not equal to quarter divided by 3. This is the warm up of our lesson today. Let's start, solve, and share. Open your book and be ready. In solve and share question. The Brown family is planting a okay, third of their garden with flowers, third with berries, and another third with vegetables. The vegetable section has equal parts of. When we said has equal parts, it means we divide this third in parts. How many parts do we have? Here is 1 carrots, 2 onion, 3 peppers, and 4 tomatoes. What fraction of the garden is planted with carrots? I want to ask you how many or what is the share of carrots that planted, especially in this soil? Okay, how many whole number or how many items form the whole number here in this third? Okay, we have tomatoes 1, peppers 2, onion 3, carrots 4. So I will divide this 4, okay, over third, okay, or third divided 4. It will be 4 are there in this third. So this one is incorrect. I'm asking you how many 4 as a whole number in this third. It can be misrolled, it can be apply the KCF and you will see. Keep the first as it is. Third, change the sign, multiplication, and invisible one here not written, flip the fraction 1 over 4, so it will be 1 over 12. This is the fraction of the garden is planted with carrots. It will equals 1 over 12. As you see in front of you, it is a correct answer. Okay, copy the answer, everybody, and move to another question. Look back. Okay, and look back. Write an equation that models the problem, explain your reasoning. Okay, we said third divided 4. It's like we asking you about how many 4s are there in third, and we get 1 over 12. The third represents each part of the garden. 4 represents the different kinds of vegetables. The brown planted 1 over 12 represented how much of the garden is planted with carrots. Copy the answer and move to another part in our session today. Convince me. Use an area model to find 2 divided 1 quarter, then use multiplication to check your answer. As we mentioned in the previous lesson, the drawn model are drawing according to the whole number given. So I will draw 2 models or 4 models, 2 models. I will draw 2 models and divide each one of them in 4 equilateral pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, as you see in front of you. And we will divide the whole number 2 divided 1 over 4. That's like I'm asking you how many fourths are there in 2. You can count the number of fourths inside the 2 models at all. You will find them 8. Or apply the way of KCF. Keep first as it is. It change the sign of multiplication in change the sign of division and multiplication, and multiply numerator by numerator. You will get the answer. By multiplying, you can multiply 8 by 1 quarter to get the same 2. Also, you can apply the way of KCF. Let's move to another part. Number 1. When you divide a whole number by a fraction less than 1, will the quotient be greater than or less than the number? Okay, it will be greater than. Number 2, 4 square miles of land is separated into sections that each have an area of half square miles. How many sections are there? 4 divided 1 half. KCF will help you here. 4 divided 1 half. Keep 4 as it is. And change the sign of division to multiplication. 2, flip the fraction. 2 divided 1 equal 2. It will equals 8. So Your answer here will be 8 section. Number 3, find each quotient. I mentioned at the beginning of my session that you are going to apply the KCF just only for all dividing fraction in the whole number. So I will solve the first one, keeping 2 as it is. Change the sign of multiplication, flip the fraction, it will be 4. Why 4, Mr. Walid? It's 4 over 1. 4 over 1 equal 4. So it will equals 8. The answer, 8. Number 4, keep 3 as it is. Change the sign, flip the fraction. 4 over 1 equal 4. It will equals 12. Check the answer, 12. Okay, the same here if you start with the fraction. Keep the fraction as it is, 1 over 6. Here is invisible 1. It is not written. It's very important to write it now because you are going to flip the fraction to be 1 over 2. Okay, we change the sign, multiplication, 1 over 2, numerator by numerator, 1 by 1 equal 1, and 2 by 6 equals 12. So the answer here, 1 over 12. Number 6, keep the first as it is. Here is 2, multiply, flip the fraction, 3 over 1 equals 3, 2 by 3 equals 6. So you will get 6. Okay, copy the answer, everybody, and move to the next question. Find each quotient. Use the model or the number line to help you. If you want to draw the model, draw it according to the whole number given. But he make it easy for you and give you a line number here and represent the whole number first. The whole number here is 5. So he drew the line number from 0 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With the black font, he represented the whole number first. After that, he divided the distance in each part into halves. So this red sign here cuts the distance between each two consecutive elements or consecutive numbers, represent the fraction we are going to divide. It's like counting how many halves are there in 5. KCF will help you. Okay, keep 5 as it is, change the sign, 2 over 1 equals 2. So here is 10. If you count them, you will find 10, and the answer is 10. The same here. He asks you how many fifths or how many fives are there in one half. He represented with the black font from 0 to 1 and cut the distance to represent the half here. And divide the distance from 0 to half in 5 pieces. Okay, so if we apply KCF, keep half as it is, change the sign, invisible 1 under 5, make it up 1 over 5, it will be 1 over 10. I think they are completely different, as I mentioned at the beginning of my session. Let's move to number 9. Check your answer. It's 1 over 10. Okay. 6 divided 1/3. So this completely 1 divided 3 pieces. So each 3 pieces complete 1 of 6. So how many thirds are there in 6? KCF, 6 multiplied 3 will equals 18. If you count the number of pieces, you will find them 18. Okay, here is 18. If he asks you how many 6 inside the third, it means he will divide the part of third in 6 wholes or in 6 pieces. It's like asking you how many 6s are there in third. KCF, third multiplied 1 over 6 because here is invisible 1 not written. Okay, 1 by 1 equal 1, 3 by 6 equal 18, 1 over 18. Okay. Okay, everybody, here we are in the math problem solving. Question number 11. Kieko divided 5 cups of milk into 1 over 4 cup proteins. How many 1 over 4 cup proteins did Kieko have? Complete the picture and show your resolution. As you see, he stored his division statement by a whole number here. We have to make a mathematical sense. He started with the 5. Okay, he said divided 5. So 5 will be divided over what? Over 1 over 4. So he will divide each one inside 5 in 4 equilateral parts. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he divide each one in 4 parts, each one in 4 parts, each one in 4 parts, and so on. So it will be 5 divided 1 over 4. KCF method will help you. Keep 5 as it is. Change the sign from division to multiplication. Flip the fraction 1 over 4. It will be 4 over 1. Now 5 by 4 just only 20 over 1. Well, 20 divided 1 will be 20. Okay. Copy the answer and move to another part in our session. We still in math problem solving. Let's move. Number 12. Miss Allen has 1/8 of a pan of prawns left to divide. So he will divide what? What will be divided? Yes, this 8. So 1 over 8 will be divided between 2 children. Okay, the whole number here. Okay. Draw a picture. It means a model. To find what fraction of f of the original pair of prawns each child gets. I write an equation for f that models the solution. The model according to the whole number given. Here is 2. Okay, 2 models. We will divide each one in 8 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. After that, we will keep the first as it is. Multiply. Change the sign for multiplication. Invisible 1 here not written. It will be 1 over 2. So 1 by 1 equals 1. 2 by 8 equals 16. So it will be 1 over 16. And the part, as you see in front of you. Let's continue and move to another part. Copy the answer and move to another part. Okay. Common core assessment, number 15. Jordan said that 6 divided half equals 3. He is correct. If not, justify your reasoning and give the correct quotient. No, Jordan multiplied instead of dividing, because when he dividing 6 divided 1/2, he will keep 6 as it is. Change the sign of multiplication. 1 over 2 will be 2 over 1. 2 over 1 equals 2. It will be 6 by 2 equals 12. Okay, so he is not correct. Okay, my dear students, this is the last point in our session today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson, inshallah.